size, though, he is cute, he's adorable, and guess what, guys? They're even friendly. See, look. Very nice. Well, actually, I'm sure he'd love to bite me in the nose right now, but he can't because his mouth is taped shut. Now, his mouth is taped shut because at the end of the show, I'm going to pass him over to you guys. Okay? So at the end of the show, you'll actually have the opportunity to hold the baby alligator and take a photo with him. So we put some tape around the mouth because we thought you might want to keep all your fingers. It's a good thing, guys. Now, being here in southern Florida, you guys are very lucky to be here. This is the only place in the entire world where you guys all have a choice of being eaten by an alligator or a crocodile. Yeah, you got to be optimistic, right? So, this is the only place in the world that has both gators and crocs, so the big question we get, how do you tell them apart? Now, there are quite a few differences, but the easiest ones are that the alligator here has a more round or broad snout. A crocodile has a much more narrow, pointed snout. When the alligator's mouth is closed, you only see his top row of teeth sticking out. When a crocodile, you see both rows of teeth protruding kind of like a zipper. And then this gator has 80 teeth, while the crocodile has around 60 teeth. Of course, guys, if you're close enough to be counting his teeth, you should probably run away from him and not care what it is. Now, the other big question we get, what is more dangerous, though, an alligator or a crocodile? And, of course, the right answer is whichever's closer. Doesn't matter what it is, you want to stay away from it. Now, we do have 23 different species of crocodilians in the world, some of which are very dangerous, like Nile crocs of Africa. Those eat people every year. But when you compare the American gator to the American croc, every couple of years someone is killed by an alligator, but there's never been a single death from an American crocodile in the history of the state of Florida. Which means if you get attacked by one on your vacation, it'll be an honor because you've been first. Yeah, like I said, you got to look on the bright side of things, right? You'll make the local newspaper at least. Now, if you compare him to, say, a saltwater crocodile in Australia, those are a lot more dangerous and aggressive. The point is, it depends on the species, okay? Now, we're going to go and take him, and we're going to put him back in here. And I'm going to grab myself a nice big stick. And we're going to grab an alligator out of the water for the show. Now, guys, we do have some alligators in the water. There's 4 of them in the pond right there. And I do make a lot of bad jokes throughout the show. I know they're bad, by the way. But I'm going to be serious for a moment. These are not tame or trained animals. I'm a trained person. Do not try this at home, okay? If I make a mistake throughout the show, yes, he will bite me. He's not my friend. He's not my buddy. I didn't raise any of these animals. And we have had people bitten right here in the sand before. That's how I got the job opening. You're laughing, but it's a true story. Look up the YouTube videos. So, yes, they do bite. Now, if you see one in the wild, keep your distance, but believe it or not, they are probably the laziest animals in the world. They want nothing to do with you. Alligator attacks really are very rare, but you always want to keep your distance. Don't approach them. Now, if it's so dangerous, why am I in here doing this? Because they pay me $10 an hour to work here. That's not a joke either. They really do. I'm going to go ahead and leave my shoes right there. We're going to grab them out. Now, I do have my stick right here. I'm not going to poke him or prod him or hit him with the stick. This is just in case he comes too close. Put that between me and him. He gets a mouthful of wood instead of a mouthful of meat. Okay? Now, I also have the beautiful Miss Daisy right here. Give her a round of applause, guys. All right, so my silent counterpart over there has a very important job. That incredibly muscular physique on her. She is my backup. In the event that I get bit by an alligator, she takes that big stick, swings back as hard as she can, and hits me in the back of the head so I don't feel the pain. That's what good friends do, guys. So let's go ahead and grab an alligator up and out of here for the show. Does anybody else want to come in? The water's nice. On a hot day, it's refreshing. So let's see. What are we going to get out of here? What do we want to get? The biggest one? Yeah, we'll get the biggest one, I guess. Okay. We'll go ahead and grab a hold of this guy sitting right here. Now I'm going to bring him out by the tail. Just to let you guys know the tails are made out of solid muscle, so no worries, not going to hurt them. Now the reason why I grabbed the tail, you look where my hand is, first thing you notice, there's no teeth on the tail. That's a great place to be, guys. So let's go ahead and scoot him on back. Come here, buddy. There you go. Nice and easy and gentle. That only lasts so long, though. There we go, big fella. All right, come off that, big guy. As you can tell, he is thrilled to do the show. Oh yeah, he looks so excited to work today, guys. Very, very excited. There we go, big fella. Okay, you know what? That was pretty easy. Who else wants to try it? Yeah. No. Well, you know what, guys? Take a look inside that mouth. There are 80 teeth in there, 40 on the top and 40 on the bottom. Now, the neat thing about these teeth, as an alligator, you can actually break his teeth off, throw them back, And he'll cycle around 3,000 of those teeth in a lifetime, which really comes in handy when you consider how hard they can actually bite. Now, a large animal can bite down with an entire ton of force within that mouth, guys, 2,000 pounds per square inch power. Y'all don't look that impressed with 2,000 pounds. When you think about it, it's like the weight of a vehicle inside the mouth. Crocodilians have the strongest jaws of any animal measured so far. More than a great white shark, grizzly bear, a lion, you name it, they beat it. I can tell you guys, you're still not impressed. I'm going to show you this. I'm going to take my finger, I'm going to tap his teeth and see if he'll slam the jaws shut, try to bite my finger for your entertainment. Yeah. All right, so, let's see. Well, he's got to hold still first, though. Come here, buddy. There, so nice and careful. Let's see if we'll, no? Oh, come on, that was nothing. We gotta try that again, guys. We gotta try that a little bit better.
Oh!
There you go. Do it again. It just took a couple of tries. So, there you can see and hear some of that jaw pressure. Now, if you weren't paying attention, that's too bad. I'm not going to do it again. Now, even though they can bite down so hard to close their mouth, you can actually hold the jaw shut with your bare hand, though, as you can see me doing right now. The strength is in the close. There's very little in the open, which is what saves my butt all day. I wouldn't have troubles with that fact, or the show would be a whole lot shorter and a whole lot more exciting for you guys to watch. And Daisy'd have a race. There you go. Now, guys, alligator wrestling itself is not like wrestling in a ring, though. I don't ever try and hurt or headlock or body slam them. I don't wear tights or spandex, none of that sort of stuff. So what alligator wrestling actually is are techniques used by the Seminole tribe of Florida. They want to jump on the back, tie a rope around the jaws, bring it back to their camp alive. And so the way they tie this rope around the jaws when they were alone is by holding the jaws shut between your chin and your chest, what we call a bulldog. Which you guys want to demonstrate,
اللي
right?
عبت أقوى الأليجيتر لو
Yeah, of
تمساح
course. That sounds like a
ياهو
good
لعبت
idea,
أقوى
right?
الأليجيتر لو تمساح
Yeah, that's just because he wants
مش
to.
قلك.
All right, so let's give it a shot, guys.
ما أدري والله ما
لا
أدري.
طبعا من موثوق
Now, the way this works, guys, I can hold the jaw shut without a problem, but if he's shaking like he is right now, it's like getting punched in the throat with his head. So we want to make sure he's nice and calm and still, okay? Make it relax, big guy. Woosah, woosah. It's a joke, doesn't do anything. All right, see, let's hold him up. You can then take out your rope, tie it up around the jaws, cut inside alligator. You can even play tic-tac-toe through the sand. I'm kidding, guys. You don't want to try any of that kind of stuff. But the idea is he cannot open up the jaw. Now, of course, it's a two-lane road, guys. If he bites you, you cannot open up the jaw either. Okay? Now, the biggest question we get all day, why aren't the other ones coming up behind me trying to eat me? I know a lot of people come in, they expect me to do like backflips out of the water and rip off my head, and people seem pretty disappointed I'm alive after the first 5 minutes. Now, alligators are typically ambush predators. They don't really chase after anything. The only time they ever chase me in here is if I have a bucket of chicken, okay? Otherwise, they sneak up on things. Now, on that note, I have had them come sneaking up behind me. Now, if one's behind you, think the audience is going to warn you he's there? No, guys, they never do. You just see all the cameras turn on at once. Yeah, that's why I have Daisy looking out for you. But then again, she's looking for a raise, so she might not tell me it's coming in. Okay? Now, if we take a look at the back of our gator, they have those large bumps and ridges on the back. Those are made out of solid bone. Each one's what we call an osteoderm, means bone, skin, and Latin. So that's like armor plating down the back to protect him. If you guys take a look right behind his eye, the ear is this area right there. He has a little flap to seal his ear canal off right here. That's kind of cute, like a really ugly dog. You guys see that, right? So he can seal that off to keep out water, seal off his nostril. If I open up his mouth again, you guys look back there, you see it just kind of ends. He has what we call a glottis. That's a valve to seal it off. That way they can capture fish underwater and not have to worry about drowning. Although they live in the water, they cannot breathe underwater, but they do hold their breath an amazing 6 hours at one time. Now, 6 hours, guys, I can do 3 minutes at my best. Come here, big guy.
3 minutes.
There we go. He's trying to run away from me there. And he just wanted to stay up and say hi to everybody. I'm kidding, guys. He wants to kill me for doing that. I'm sorry, Mr. Alligator. Now, I do have one more trick to show everybody. Before I do it, though, let me tell you guys a little bit about myself as well, so you don't think I'm just some dumb redneck. I see the serious judgment out there, guys. Now, believe it or not, I actually do have a bachelor's degree in environmental studies from Florida International University, so believe it or not, guys, I'm an educated redneck. There's a difference. Now, I've actually traveled to Central and South America doing research on crocodiles and the reptiles. That's what I plan on doing for my master's work. I'm actually flying out this Tuesday to head down to the Peruvian Amazon to work down there the entire month of July with the animals there. So this is the line of work I enjoy doing. Now, our last trick we're going to do to try and impress you guys, though, is going to be what we call a face-off. Now, we call it a face-off because you mess it up and your face comes off. Now, I'm going to set him down here. There you go, big fella. And what we're going to do, guys, I'm actually going to set my chin on the edge of his open jaw and actually hold his mouth open with just my chin. Now, when I say hold his mouth open, I don't mean I'm really holding it open. If he wants to close it or try to bite me at any time, he absolutely can. There's nothing you can do to try and stop the jaw from closing. So that means you just have to be very careful. All right, so I hold him up. Get your picture quickly, please. Smells great, by the way. Did you guys get a picture yet? No. Hold on. Let's go. Okay, that's enough of that. Thank you very much.